It was the kind of neighborhood you'd see in a glossy real estate ad. Tidy lawns, matching mailboxes, and a quiet so perfect you could hear the hum of sprinklers at dawn. Willowbrook Heights was that place, and I, Tom Harper, thought I'd found my forever home when I moved in. A retired hydraulic engineer, I'd spent 30 years taming rivers and designing flood systems. So when I saw the swampy dip behind my new house, I didn't flinch. Where others saw a muddy problem, I saw a canvas. Little did I know that canvas would spark a war, flood a neighborhood, and cost ULA $300,000 a fixal because one woman couldn't stand my backyard creek. Her name was Evelyn Carter, the HOA president who ruled Willowbrook Heights like a queen with a clipboard. Her colonial mansion at the end of Maple Drive was her pride, all beige and boring, the kind of house that screamed, "Don't touch the grass." For 8 years, she'd micromanaged everything grass height, fence colors, even the shade of your front door. But I didn't move here to follow her rulebook. I wanted to build something beautiful, something my late wife, Clara, would have loved. Clara always said, "Water keeps us alive, but silence helps us understand." So, I set out to turn that swampy mess into a leave-vying tribute to her. For 3 months, I studied the land. I measured water flow, tested soil, and sketched plans at dawn while neighbors whispered, "What's the old guy up to?" By spring, I'd done it. A closed-loop creek with small waterfalls, native plants, and a wooden bridge I'd built myself. Solar pumps kept the water moving, and koi fish darted under Japanese maples. It was Clara's dream garden, alive and singing. Word spread fast. Families stopped by on evening walks. Kids giggled at the fish, and couples snapped photos on the bridge. I loved the attention until I saw Evelyn at my property line, her face pinched like she'd bitten a lemon. Evelyn wasn't just annoyed, she was threatened. Her house had always been the star of the HOA's Home Excellence Tour, a snooty parade for buyers. But that spring, agents kept asking to end the tour of my creek. "It's so unique," they'd say. "It sells the lifestyle." I could see Evelyn's jaw tighten every time someone praised my garden. Then the local paper ran a story, Willowbrook's Secret Oasis, with a full-page photo of my creek. Evelyn's house, not mentioned. 3 days later, an HOA violation notice hit my mailbox. Unauthorized drainage modification. Potential flood hazard. Signed, Evelyn Carter. I laughed reading it. Stop water from flowing? Might as well stop the sun from shining. I fired back with 20 pages of engineering data diagrams, soil tests, rainfall stats vying my creek actually prevented flooding. I sent it by certified mail, knowing Evelyn's game. She wanted bureaucracy? I'd buried bigger red tape in my career. But she wasn't playing fair. On the community social media, she posted about safety risks and property values, painting me as a reckless old man. Neighbors split some backed her. Others shared photos of their kids by my creek, calling it a treasure. The battle lines were drawn. The HOA called an emergency flood hazard meeting marked urgent in red ink. I arrived to find security guards at the door, checking names like it was a courtroom. Inside, Evelyn sat on a stage with her board, a projector flashing a distorted photo of my creek. She called it a serious threat, her voice dripping with fake concern. Then she introduced her expert, her brother-in-law, Nathan, a nervous guy who bumbled through a presentation so wrong it was comical. He claimed my creek could cause tsunami-like conditions. The crowd snickered, and my friend Mike Lawson, a retired engineer, whispered, "This is nonsense, Tom." When Mike stood up, uncalled, the room hushed. "I've got 40 years in hydraulic engineering," he said. "Tom's creek improves drainage. It's better than half the city's systems. This tsunami talk, it's ignorant." Evelyn's face went scarlet. She tried to shut him down, but neighbors started shouting questions she couldn't answer. Someone pulled up whether Datano floods in 50 years. Evelyn made her final move. "The board has voted. Mr. Harper has 30 days to remove his creek, or we'll sue." I stood combat firm. "Evelyn, I've got permits, data, and neighbors. See you in court. But why does my creek bother you so much?" Her mask slipped, just for a second, revealing something ugly. She stormed out, gavel in hand. The fight got petty fast. Evelyn cited my mailbox for being half an inch too low, my recycling bins for lingering too long. Then a new neighbor, Lisa Reynolds, knocked on my door. Friendly, curious, she asked about the HOA drama while admiring my creek. I didn't think much of it. New folks always want to gossip. That night, a cryptic text from an unknown number. Check your cameras tonight. They're planning something. It bounced back when I replied, but my gut said check. I'd installed cameras after the violation started, and at 11 p.m., 2 trucks rolled up Carter Construction, owned by Evelyn's cousin. 6 workers unloaded quick-set concrete from her Lexus down the street. Evelyn watched like a general. I wanted to charge out, but Clara's voice stopped me. Never build with anger. Build with wisdom. So I recorded everything: faces, plates, the Carter logo. My lawyer, Dan Field, said, let them dig their grave. For 3 hours, they poured concrete, killing my maples, burying fish, ruining Clara's bridge. I felt sick, but kept filming. Then Lisa appeared on my feed, jogging past, snapping photos, and making a call. The workers tensed, but she waved and ran on. By 3:30 a.m., they were gone, Leah VYing a concrete scar where my creek had been. At dawn, Lisa was back. I'm so sorry, she said, but her tone was sharp professional. I got all on VY Deo. High def. I stared. You're not just a neighbor, are you? She smiled. Investigative journalist. I've been tracking Evelyn's HOA scams for months. This might end her. I called the police, handing over my footage. As officers surveyed the damage, Evelyn arrived, playing shocked. Tom, your beautiful garden, she gasped. But then the sky darkened, and rain fell hard, fast, a Texas downpour. With the creek gone, water pooled, then surged, flooding streets. Evelyn's house, at the neighborhood's lowest point, became a lake. Within hours, Willowbrook Heights was underwater. Driveways flooded, garages filled, and families evacuated. My phone buzzed with panicked texts. Water's in my house. The irony hit hard. Evelyn's flood fix had caused a disaster she'd blamed on me. News crews arrived, filming Evelyn being carried out by firefighters, her rose garden drowned. The next morning, the water lingered, trapped by her concrete dam. At another HOA meeting in a flooded-out high school gym, Evelyn pointed at me. Tom's creek caused this, she lied. Mike stood. No, Evelyn, your concrete did. We've got footage of your trucks. Lisa added. And your brother-in-law's flood contract? Signed before the rain. Explain that. The room exploded. Neighbors demanded answers, financial records, accountability. Evelyn anuncia a la 300,000 assessment la 1,200 para also for flood mitigation. Outrage followed. Lisa's story hit the news. HOA president's concrete plot floods neighborhood. It went viral, exposing Evelyn's embezzlement, rigged bids, and harassment. Residents shared horror stories, fines for mailbox colors, banned tree houses. Evelyn fought back, threatening lawsuits and a due lot $5,000 assessment for illegal fees. But the community united, refusing to pay until the board was gone. Mike found a bylaw allowing a recall vote with 25 Fantram support. We had 35 Fantram. As Evelyn's world crumbled, federal investigators probed her for tax evasion and fraud. The night before the vote, a MOVYing truck hit her house. She was gone, her attorney claiming she'd left due to a toxic environment. The vote ousted her board 96 Fantram to 4 Fantram. Mike became interim president and dropped the lawsuit against me. But Evelyn's final jablingarita due law $300,000 suit blaming me for the flood. In court, Lisa's EVY Denke buried Evelyn. Emails, financial records, even her search history, how to destroy neighbors' property legally. Nathan, her brother-in-law, flipped, admitting she'd paid him to lie. Then Evelyn called me, asking to settle. At a coffee shop, she looked broken. I've lost everything, she said. I'll pay to fix the creek. Just end this. Against Dan's ad VYC, I agreed to admit guilt, pay up, and testify. In court, she confessed 8 years of corruption, driven by jealousy of my creek's joy. The judge, floored, awarded me full damages and slammed HOA abuse in a ruling that made headlines. The creek's restoration became a community triumph. Mike organized crews, businesses donated plants, and kids painted rocks for the banks. We rebuilt it better, wider bridge, meditation nook, a kid's discovery zone. On Memorial Day, we reopened it as Liberty Stream, voted by the neighborhood. Mike spoke of resilience, Lisa of HOA reform, and little Sammy, a boy who'd loved my fish, released new koi as cameras flashed. I stood by the water, Clara's words in my heart. We need conflict to grow, I said. Evelyn gave us a gift. She showed us our strength. Months later, a letter came from prison. Evelyn's perfect handwriting. Liberty Stream is beautiful. I am sorry. Maybe I can help maintain it someday. I filed it away. Redemption's possible, but some bridges take time. Today, Willowbrook Heights thrives. Mike's HOA is transparent, property values are up, and Liberty Stream is our heart. Every morning, I sit by the water, sometimes with Sammy, now the fish guardian, sometimes alone, grateful for the fight that made us whole. Evelyn was right. My creek changed everything. Not by DVYing us, but by showing us what we value, each other. And sometimes, the best revenge is letting karma flow, like water, finding its own level.